Good evening. Good evening. It is Thursday, January 26th, 2023. And 9 days ago, I had a stapedectomy surgery. I'm not saying that right. I don't know. I heard it stapedectomy at some point. Stapedectomy, I don't know. I had a surgery on my right ear to try and correct hearing loss that I've been suffering with for pretty much my entire life. I'm 43 years old. I am a former heavy metal musician. I was a lead singer in a number of bands. I did that for well over 10 years. The hearing loss started long before that. I always kind of figured it was a few things. One, my mom used to clean out my ears with Q-tips kind of aggressively. I have weird shaped ear canals. They're not your typical ear canal. They don't go straight in, and therefore wax doesn't drain very good. So I've always had problems with hearing. I thought maybe it was wax involved. I thought maybe it had to do with my mom cleaning out my ears. Maybe she fucked up my eardrum. Then I thought it was maybe I had a firecracker go off near my head. I was playing with G.I. Joes, and I put them in a little vehicle and pushed the vehicle, and the vehicle didn't move, and it went pop real close to my ear. I thought maybe that was it. Then I was in bands for so many years, and I've been in a heavy metal since I was like 8 years old. Loud music. I just kind of summed it up to all that and figured it was nothing I could really correct unless I got hearing aids. Then several months back, I had like impacted wax in my opposite ear, my good ear, and I went to a doctor about it. They tried irrigating it out, and it just kind of got log jammed. I ended up having to go to an ENT, and I went to an ENT, and they got the wax out and talked to me about stuff, and suggested I get a hearing test. So I did, and the results came back to look like I had a rare condition called otosclerosis. And that's where the stape bones, or like the little bones inside your middle ear, don't resonate the way they should. And therefore, it doesn't send the sound to your cochlear, your inner ear. And you pretty much just kind of deaf in certain frequencies. And I dealt with that pretty much all my life until I met this young, ENT that got a big glob of wax out of my ear and, talked to me about my hearing. And she said, I think it sounds like you may have a condition. So we did the hearing test, and the hearing test really strongly suggested that. So she sent me to a specialist. Went out to the specialist, and he agreed. They sent me for an CT scan. I did the CT scan, and I got the results before I heard from the doctor. And I read the results and the notes, and it said no signs of otosclerosis. And I got kind of bummed. I was like, man, if I could fix this, if I could hear better, that would be really awesome. So I got bummed about that. And then like a week later, I heard from the ENT, or the surgeon that ended up doing my surgery, and he said, no, those results were misleading for you. You are a good candidate for the surgery. So we scheduled the surgery. I had the surgery 9 days ago, and I've been kind of freaking out. Hi, Peaches. This is my daughter's dog, Peaches. She likes to get into my face, and yes, you're a good girl, but I'm shooting a video right now. So anyway, he thought I was a good candidate for the surgery, had the surgery. I've just been kind of freaking out because keep seeing things on Reddit. I keep seeing things on the internet, a lot of negativity. I just worry. Today was my first follow-up appointment. I had removed the packing from inside my ear, and that was pretty anticlimactic. I was really, really hoping it was going to be one of those situations where, like, they go in there and they pull it out, kind of like a magician pulling out, like, a long scarf that just never seems to end, and all of a sudden it'd go pop, and then I'd hear, and that wasn't the case. It wasn't the case at all. And in fact, I still feel kind of muffled, but things are really loud. It's really confusing, and now my good ear doesn't sound so good. I don't know what to think. I don't know when I will see true results. I just thought I'd make a little video that I'm going to post on YouTube, and because I don't honestly see a whole lot of people talking about this on here. I see a lot of doctors. I don't see a lot of patients talking about it, and the last 9 days have been kind of up and down and depressing, you know. It's like I couldn't sleep on my back. I mean, I could sleep on my back. I'm not a back sleeper. I couldn't sleep on my side. I had to sleep propped up, and it was terrible. I don't know. Lots up and down. It's either really, really muffled sounding, like someone's just shoving a bunch of pillows over my head, or it is really, really loud and tinny, like strange little sounds that you never would think would be loud. You know, like just washing my hair. That sounded loud. I don't know, doing the dishes, putting away silverware. Got in the car today and it was super loud. It was the first time I was in the car since the surgery. I hadn't left my house in 9 days. We went for the follow-up, had some breakfast. Things sounded funky while I was eating and at the place. Really good food. And the doctor said everything looks good. He said that the surgery went really well, and I definitely had otosclerosis. They removed the stape and replace it with an implant. And he said that my eardrum's looking like it's healing and everything looks good in there. I got to be back there in like a couple months. But then we went to the mall afterwards, and everything was just extremely loud, extremely loud. I went into some stores, and it just like the music was just, it was deafening. And then like when the clerks would come up and tell me what the sales were, I couldn't hear very good out of my good ear. And everything sounded muffled, and the music was overpowering. The sounds were really loud. Footsteps were loud. Just like the sound of like moving things on a, like garments, the hangers. Everything was loud. I've just been kind of bummed, and so I figured I'd turn to this, make a video, post it. Hopefully somebody sees it and has similar experience, or somebody has some good news, because I really need some good news. I mean, Reddit and the internet are full of a bunch of people saying, I wish I never would have had the surgery, and I don't want to hear that. I saw a few videos on YouTube that were encouraging, so I don't know. Mixed feelings. This is really long. I just wanted to do this and get it off my chest. Maybe I'll make another video in a little while after I've done some healing and growing and figuring things out and follow up, but yeah, I was really excited. I hope I can hear better. I really do. So, all right, take care of yourselves.